Still at the launch site later you realize your boss has sprung the plotters you had caught. With this new information you surmise another crook to justice must be brought. You've made assumptions, therefore you don't know. Your former prisoners are not the cause of what went wrong to make the rockets blow. Until you find that out, you cannot pause. You issue a description to the press and to authorities across the land. So by the time you track down their address, 1,000 angry folks have joined your band. You know you can't deter the killer's stone, and legal retribution is absurd. Your training won't allow you to condone a lynching mob, but your voice isn't heard. In fact, before you learn a project, sorry, you'll be unconscious, trampled by the crowd, and when you wake you'll see only the fire and hear only the scoundrels scream aloud the news that there are vessels that await a chosen few who will survive the worst, inspires in those who face the other fate a greater ire than what they had at first. Some cooler heads among the mob maintain the devils should be shown a little grace to find out by judicious use of pain how they, the mob, might take the founder's place. But even if they manage to succeed at learning more than numbers, ranks, and names, the end result will be, we know indeed that they, the founders, won't escape the flames. Though they may be as unaware as you that they are innocent, they stand like stone, like would-be saints determined to be true to that posterity to whom they're known. And so our culture's saviors take their turn, their fate no worse than that of those who stand so proudly as they watch the founders burn. Both groups are sure that what they've done is grand. It matters not whether the prying horde persuades their captives to disclose the sight. The founders never meant to go aboard. The carriers have left, they launched last night. They separated from their link to home and walked on insect legs down muddy ground. They'll find a spot from which they will not roam. If they sit still, they never will be found. They're numbered 1 through 7 on their shelves, and each of these machines is occupied. The first one by a string of power cells. The other 6 have frightened souls inside. This isn't what these good folks had in mind. The ads and the recruiters didn't say this kind of trip was up for which they signed. This will be longer than a 1-year stay. They have no choice but to live through this age, staring at windows that are now but mirrors. And yet they're safe while landward blazes rage and windblown dust obscures the sun for years.